Hi everyone. In uh, the CBSE science textbook of 10th class, if you go through the table 12.3, that one is an activity to be done in a laboratory. That activity is to study the relationship between voltage and current, V and I. So that the table, that in that last column of the table, we notice the constant value of V by I. So based on that, we are just continuing this session. The volt ampere curve, actually we have to plot a graph between V and I in order to know the characteristic of it. How the voltage and the current V by I, how the V by I characteristic is being plotted. Actually, this is the current I and this is voltage. This is I in amperes and V in volts. Okay, so we have plotted a graph here based on the findings from the experiment we have conducted in the physics laboratory. Okay, the graph is it is a straight line passing through the origin. Origin means 0, that is above. Passes through the origin of the graph. It means that it is a constant value. It is a constant value, hence V by I is a constant ratio. Voltage to current ratio V by I is a constant value. Okay, here in the observations of your activity 12.3, you will get not exactly the same values or very near values, very near to the constant value. That is why we have mentioned the words here. V by I is nearly of the same value. The values of the activity 12.3 indicates V by I is nearly of same value if we plot a graph between V and I, voltage and the current. That one we have drawn here. We have plotted a graph here from which we have observed that V by I is of constant value. So from this, how the Ohm's law has been derived, you see, if you go through this, the narration I presented here, the potential difference across the ends of a given metallic wire, the potential difference across the ends of a given metallic wire is in an electric circuit is directly proportional to the current flowing through it. Potential difference means what? It is measured in volts. The voltage of the potential difference passes between, in the previous session we took a wire of length AB and we have explained on the basis of this. Here also, if we consider the length of the wire is metallic wire is AB, the potential difference across the ends at A and B of a given wire, metallic wire, in an electric circuit is directly proportional to the current flowing through it. Potential difference, how we will measure? Potential difference is measured with the use of voltmeter. I have already mentioned in my previous session. Potential difference is measured using a voltmeter which is connected parallel to the resistance or metallic wire in an electric circuit. Okay, so the potential difference between A and B, potential difference between A and B is directly proportional to the amount of current flowing through it, passing through it. That is, V is directly proportional to I, or V is equal to IR, or V by I is equal to R. V by I is equal to R. That is what you have got in 12.3 activity of your in your physics laboratory. So you, after doing this activity in physics laboratory, you can clearly understand the relation between V and I. It is a straight line passing through the origin. You have to plot a graph for which marks will be awarded, and you have to mention the voltage and the current. On the x-axis is this current and y-axis is this voltage, and the units also you have to mention each and everything. That is a lab activity you should come to know while going through that experiment. Okay, here what we are interested here is we are deriving the formula Ohm's law. Voltage is directly proportional to current. The potential difference across the terminals is directly proportional to the current passing through it. V is directly proportional to I, or V by I is equal to R, or V is equal to that plus V is equal to IR. Okay, hi, here the we have got the relation V is equal to IR. So here voltage and current both are varying. We are varying two parameters of voltage as well as the current, so that the ratio of V by I is constant. We are getting the value of V by R, V by I in the last column of your table in the 12.3 activity. So V by I is constant. We are getting a constant value. R is a constant for a given metallic wire at a given temperature. Temperature is constant here. You should remember, temperature is not changing at all. Of course, in superconductors are at high temperatures, how the temperature variation should also be considered. That is a different issue. Here, what we are looking into, our purpose is the resistance is constant for a given metallic wire at a given temperature, and is called resistance. So the property of the conductor is to what is the property of the conductor? It should resist. It should not allow all the current to pass through it. That is why the property of the conductor is to resist the charge flowing through it. Resist the charge flowing through it. Okay, if we consider our body resistance, if you consider our body resistance, if you are very strong, our body resists the diseases not to enter into our body. The body resistance mechanism fights with the organisms which tries to enter into our body. That is a resistance. The body resistance should be considered as an example. So if we consider the situation here, the property of the conductor is to resist the charge flowing through it. It means that one unit of resistance is, the unit of resistance is ohm. What are the units of resistance? The units of resistance are ohm. The ohm is represented by Greek alphabet like this. Okay. Ohm. OHM, ohm. The unit of resistance is ohm, and the definition of 1 ohm is equal to 1 volt by 1 ampere, or we can simply say volt ampere inverse. 1 ohm is equal to 1 volt ampere inverse. Okay, this is a better way to remember. R is equal to V by I implies I is equal to V by R. Okay, it means that current is inversely proportional to resistance. Current is inversely proportional to resistance. It means that if the resistance is doubled, doubled means what? We have twice the value, then the current will be half. As an example, we can say if I is equal to I is directly proportional to V, from which I is equal to V by R. We have V is equal to IR, from which I is equal to V by R. So if we double the resistance, the current is half. Or if we quadruple the resistance, if the resistance is raised by 4 times, what will be the current? You just try to solve such problems using the formula. Okay, if resistance is 4 times, if resistance is half, if the resistance is doubled, the current is half. Like that, if the resistance is quadrupled, what will be the current? Like that, some problems you try to do at home, which gives you very good idea. In many circuits, a need of, with some electric circuits, there is a need of increase or decrease in resistance values. In order to stabilize the current, the resistance should be varied from between some limit. So we can't able to arrange a number of resistances in series or number of resistances in parallel like that. There is one particular instrument which serves this purpose, is rheostat. It is known as a variable resistor. It is a variable resistor. This is known as rheostat. Motion of electrons through a conductor is retarded by the resistance. A good resistance resists the charge carriers which are flowing in a metallic conductor. That one we come across already. So a resistance tries to resist or retard not to enter all the electrons which are passing through the conductor, so that some electrons return back and some quantity of electrons are only let to pass through it. Okay, a component of a given size that offers a low resistance is a good conductor. See, a component of a given size that offers a low resistance is a good conductor. So, good conductor means it should have low resistance. If our body is having low resistance, all the diseases enter into our body. If our body is having a very good resistance, there is a less possibility of entering the diseases into us. That is the difference. Okay, a component of low resistance is a good conductor. In here I mentioned clearly, see, a component having appreciable resistance is called as resistor. Appreciable resistor, the resistance, if a component have, then it is termed as a resistor. Okay, these are the important concepts to be remembered while advancing into the next stage. Okay, thank you.